everybody, Lawman Mike with Lawman Guitars. That's www.lawmanguitars.com. Boy, have I got some really cool guitar today. I saw this one and it was like, holy smokes, what is that? This is a pre-lawsuit Greco guitar. This is a 1972 Greco Les Paul recording guitar. Now, you're saying, oh, wait a minute, Lawman, it's not a Gibson. You're right. You notice I said pre-lawsuit. They started making these guitars back in the 70s, and they ended up in lawsuits. And it's because they made them so similar to the Gibsons, and this one was certainly no exception. This is the recording guitar, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, I've been sitting here experimenting with it, trying to remember all the stuff that it does. It's got so many controls over here. It's just fantastic. But anyway, let's talk about the guitar first of all. It's all original. We have the only thing that is not original is the previous owner put an initialed truss rod cover in there. If your initials are MJ or MT, you might be in luck. You've already got your guitar initialed for yourself. So that is not original. And we're missing one of the back covers of the tuners, which you'll see here in a little bit. We take some closer pictures. Other than that, the guitar is all original. The frets were shot. I mean, they were absolutely shot. This guitar had been played to death, and there were just no frets left. So we did have to refret it. Our tech, Jeff the tech, did an incredible job. He found some frets that looked identical to the frets that were on here, and you would never know that this thing had been refretted. He did such a magnificent job. I was just really, really impressed. And it just plays with, I was just demoing a guitar before this, and the action was not nearly as good as this one, and my fingers almost flew off. The action is so low on this guitar, you just look at it and you've got a note fretted. It's just... Now you certainly have more room to raise it. I can't imagine anybody would want it any lower, but I suppose it looks like you could take it down a little bit. Anyway, these pickups are very unusual. I couldn't tell you too much about them other than I think they might be, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm pretty sure they're not single coil pickups. They may be a stacked humbucker. You might want to research that a little bit because we can set them out of phase, and they look like there's a lot more going on in there than just a little single coil pickup. So if I recall, I believe this might be one of the early stacked humbuckers that they were able to switch in and out of phase. Now, speaking of that, let's talk about what all this guitar does. First of all, it has a three-way switch, so we can go from the neck pickup to both pickups to the back pickup. And those pickups are so strong. Now, along with that, they have three different tone settings. Together. So there's some gentle tone differences in there. You really notice it on this one. So you've got that. Then there's also some treble and bass that you can add to your sound, plus a master volume. But then it's got this really cool in and out of phase switch. Now it works on the middle position. So we're in phase right now. We've hit this switch. Wow, instantly out of phase. Onboard effects. Now, along with that, you have three different settings. Right here. In phase, out of phase. Wow. So you have all sorts of sounds you can get out of this, and I think if I read some stuff about the Les Paul recording guitars, they were designed for guys to take in the studio because they could get so many different sounds out of them back in the early 70s. I mean, there was, you know, we didn't have all the pedals and all the stuff that we do to guitars now to give them unique sounds, so they were looking for anything that they could do to get some different sounds. So this guitar is just fantastic. It's in great shape. It's got some player wear, of course, but nothing terrible. The back has some button impressions, but certainly no backrash, I would call it. We got inside the electronics and saw that those were in good shape. The original knobs are on here. They look a lot like Gibson knobs, of course. And then the tuners, like I was saying, it's got one cover is missing off one of them, and I don't know where you're going to find that, but it doesn't affect the operation of it at all. It is a bolt-on neck. And all the covers are on the back, so you know it's all together here. I mean, it's just a super guitar. And if that wasn't enough, not only do I have the original guitar with all those original parts, I've even got the original case. I was so happy. I don't know where you would have found a case for that guitar, but you all recognize this as the Greco, Ibanez, all the other Japanese makers' guitar case. They all looked a lot and very similar to this. This one has everything that you want. All the hinges work. It's got the back hinge that's still here, and latch I meant. Then it has all the latches in front that are still operating. It even has the original handle. And inside, it's got the beautiful gold plush interior that's still in very nice shape. It's got the back hinge, the back restraint strap on there. The accessory box is still here. And I couldn't believe it when I got in here. Look at here. I've even got the original key. This previous owner was just excellent about keeping that. If it only had kept some of the case candy that went along with it, the hang tags and stuff, this would have been an incredible find. But it's incredible anyway that we have this original case for this 1972 first year Greco Les Paul recording guitar. These are super rare. I tried to find some on either Reverb or eBay or even a Google search, and there just aren't very many of them that were made. So it's super rare. There is a following for them, so I expect it's probably going to sell pretty quickly. So if you are looking for one of these, you probably want to grab it right away. So you get the case, you get the guitar, you get the out-of-phase switch that's on board. You get everything here with this guitar. You will love it. It's a blast to play, great action, fantastic pickups. Check this one and all our guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com or go directly to reverb.com and put Lawman Guitars in the subject line and you will find all of our inventory. So thanks a lot for checking out this video and this guitar. I've just had tremendous response from these. I'm so happy that you all are enjoying them, and I really appreciate your time to watch it today. Thanks a lot.